to me, it's actually being honest. Because trust is something that you can't really replace. If you try to fool another person, it just comes back to you later on. That if you're honest, maybe you don't get the deal, but you get the respect.
Just tell me a little bit about what you do. I've had a look at your website and stuff, but tell me a little bit about what you do within your company, what your company does, and what your problems you're trying to solve.
Well, actually, if I start from the easiest part, which is what our company is trying to achieve, there's this story from the event management, event business. There was a company that tried to invite people over the customers to show around and so forth, and they wanted to have just one bus full of people, and during the weekend there was over 2,000 people replies that, hey, we want to come. And when the people came back from the weekend on Monday, it was a disaster. At that point, we came up with the idea of that, hey, there have to be an automated way to handle these registrations, because as an interaction, it's super simple. A person wants to tell that, hey, I want to come, and there's some details like name, contact information, maybe dietary things that you want to share. And you want to know that, okay, now my registration has been accepted. There was actually no that kind of thing back in it's 17 years now when the company was founded.
What is the problem you've fallen in love with? What is the thing that you're obsessed with in trying to help your customers?
Meaningful encounters. That's how we want to put it. During the COVID, everybody was separated from each other. Of course, it brought a new technology, things that helped us in many ways and saved money. But after all, we believe really strongly that people need to meet each other face to face. And after the COVID, not from our perspective, nothing unexpected happened. People rallied to the festivals and to any occasion where they can actually meet people. And I'm still hearing when I'm actually going to meet our customers, I hear them saying that, hey, yeah, actually, this is better if you can come to our office, or we can actually come to your office, and no matter, as long as we can actually talk.
So your title is Chief Customer Officer. So is that kind of more of a customer support success role? Is that a sales role? Does it kind of cover both of those?
It's more of a customer success role. I consider our company rather small. We have about almost 70 people working for us. And my work focuses really strongly on the customer experience, and also making sure that the customer's voice is heard all around the company. I used to be actually a conductor. I conducted a orchestra. And back in those days, I learned that all the sections in a big orchestra, they have their own cultures. And if you want them to play the same song, you actually need to be able to communicate a little bit differently to all of this and make them find each other's. And I'm actually seeing the company, business company, working pretty much the same way. If you try to compare the support agents with the sales representatives, the salespeople, they are so much different kind of people than the people in support. The support people, they want to help. They want to be always at help, and sometimes they're actually near to the burnout because they simply want to help, and somebody have to tell them that, hey, now you need to have a break.
I completely hear what you're saying. I could talk to you about that for hours, because the different personalities and the different cultures are, when they're playing together, as your analogy of the orchestra is, it's brilliant because everybody's going in the same direction. But if they're not, it doesn't sound very good. I love your analogy. What tools did you inherit from somebody else, or have you chosen from somebody else's recommendation and that you've continued to use?
Maybe from my perspective, there was like our biggest ticketing system for the support. And then what is this other one? It's for the in-app communications and tracking user behavior.
And that's the customer service.
That's mostly the customer service tools.
I think that sector is really interesting, that the way some of them are trying to position themselves, with a lot of AI and a lot of things like that. It's just, there's a lot of interesting things there. And what about any tools that you use, that you still use, but you hate them? Is there any that you just can't bear, but you can't get rid of them?
All the other things that I've hated, I've actually ditched them already. so there's no, we had some customer success tool, but nobody really started to using it because it was complex and it didn't really bring the value. So we had to get rid of it. I was thinking that, hey, it's actually better that we first learn to know what we actually need to do. And we need to understand that no software will replace the actual work. If we try to solve things by buying a software, we first need to be able to understand what we are trying to do, and then maybe even doing it manually for a moment.
So what's the best piece of business advice you could give someone?
To me, it's actually be honest, because trust is something that you can't really replace. If you try to fool another person, it just comes back to you later on. That if you're honest, maybe you don't get the deal, but you get the respect.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about your using of YouCanBookMe. What led you to YouCanBookMe? What made you need it?
We had this need because our support agents, they're not just support agents. They are also like educators. They are like teachers. They are trainers. They train our customers. And we have had a long time this possibility to buy a training from us. It's typically like bigger session with the customer that, hey, we can train you this and this kind of things, or smaller meetings called consultations where the customer have some sort of a bigger issue and they actually need more time. It's not just a few minutes chat or a few minutes phone call, but they need a more like maybe hour or half an hour discussing certain topics. So we started to provide them these consultations and trainings, but because half of the team is also doing the trainings and our calendars are actually really messy sometimes, and it was a really big job to actually find a suitable place, a spot for a training or consultation. And we wondered that, hey, this should be more easy.
So you mentioned that you're using it for kind of these extended sessions and educational sessions or whatever. How do you get that link to your customers?
Typically, our sales are providing it, or the support team. Typically when we're identifying that, okay, hey, this customer might benefit of these sessions, then we provide the link. But it can be also found from our product. One detail about our support, even though our support is serving also some, so to speak, non-customer people, our focus is on our customers. And so when you log into our product, you get a lot of more like information about the support and the options. So these sessions are also promoted within the product.
Do you use any other kind of tools that could be connected in this kind of customer workflow?
Well, actually, Intercom would be one. I would say the Zendesk, but the Zendesk, we already get the tickets from the Zendesk using the Zapier as well. But Zendesk might be the one that we are ditching near future. But the Intercom is something that we are probably not ditching because it brings us value.
So in terms of how is YouCanBookMe impacting your customer experience? How do your customers react to it? They're finding it easy enough to book in? Do you get any complaints about it?
I haven't got any complaints. I believe that it improves the experience because, as I said, it's so customizable and adjustable that we can really make it look like ours.
So would you recommend YouCanBookMe to any colleagues or anybody you met at a conference, for example?
Yeah, definitely. And it's actually funny. I'm doing quite a lot of, quite passively, but quite a lot of like comparison of different kind of softwares. And I'm always interested about new solutions and new systems that I can come across. I really haven't met like real competitor for YouCanBookMe.
We're going to do our would you rather round. Would you rather throw out your phone or your laptop?
Maybe the laptop.
Throw out the laptop. Would you rather get a new customer or double your sales with an existing customer?
Maybe I should say something else, but I would actually say a new customer. One thing is, of course, if we have only a couple of big customers, that's kind of risky for the whole existence. But also, like new customers can always teach us something.
Would you rather speak at a huge conference or make a new sale?
Maybe I would speak in a huge conference.
Yeah. Would you rather work with a team of experts or passionate learners?
Passionate learners.
And would you rather be known for product quality or customer service?
Customer service.
Thank you. That's all the questions I've got for you, Hannes. You have been such a pleasure to talk to. I feel like our companies and our visions are like really I just feel like I could step into your company and be perfectly happy, and you could come here and be perfectly happy too. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just feels like we have a lot of the similar things. So I'm really pleased you found YouCanBookMe and that came across to you in our product, because that's really important that the values align.